to John O'Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Kansas State's offense will get the first possession of the game. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football. One of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Boy, good They use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Johnson looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Edwards. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now adjusting. It's been a rough start for these guys, and you look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things happen, David. They've got to do a better job of executing offensively, defensively, and on special teams, and it's got to start today.
Yeah, finding a way to make those critical plays, because what do you know in the Big 12? There's always going to be a lot of scoring, right? And they've come up short, but I think as you find yourself throughout the season, you got to realize, I got to build those confidence. I got to make those plays. And once you do it once, and maybe it happens today, you start to build that confidence.
And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. Off play action. Finds the tight end. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
Man, these late night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Houston Cougars offense will get the ball for the first time. The age of the game-breaking tight end is here, Jesse, and we have another guy who's threatening to redefine this position.
Yeah, we've seen over the years now the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not just blocking and catching passes. They're getting involved now in the running game. We're seeing tight ends even throw the football, David. This guy can do it all.
And why is that so difficult? Because as a defender, what do I want to play you as? Do I want to play you with an extra linebacker on the field, or do I bring in a DB? And either way, I can be wrong. The big, strong bodies that can also be receivers and also block, they make the game easy.
To the air, it's Wegman. Quick completion on the out route. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as his offense continues to show great patience. On the run, it's Connors. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Houston will be forced to punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
The give on the counter. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Edwards. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Pass completion. Move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the back. stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Complete downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. That's reeled in. It's Brown. Finds a crease at the 20. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. The give to the tailback. Got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, just slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. From the gun, the ground game. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn it in.
It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
This offense has it with really good field position. Caught behind the line. It's Bradley. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. Turning it on. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. DBs will try to keep everything in front. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Johnson wants to throw it. Grab behind the line. It's Bradley. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the 1st down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing he's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. The run from the shotgun. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period, first down here. To the air, it's Wegman. It's complete to the right. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Finds his man. It's Connors. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. The running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Buys a little time with his feet. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That gets them back to within 10. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Johnson looking to throw. Hauls it in. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wide out there on the slant.
Now the play fake. Finds his tight end. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Offense getting set for first down. Handoff from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. You can't throw a rock in Manhattan, Kansas without hitting something named after Bill Snyder, a big ass to replace him. But, man, has Chris Kleiman done a brilliant job.
He has done a great job, and this is a program that's always built on the right stuff. It's built on toughness. It's built on defense. It's built on playing good special teams. That's why you mentioned Snyder, because that's all the things he brought. Jesse, I want to see them now, with their quarterback being solidified, take this offense to a new level.
Yeah, Avery Johnson's the guy, and he makes wow plays when you watch film. He does things that absolutely blow your mind, and if he can play at a consistent level and this offense can have balance, then there's no question the sky's the limit for Kansas State.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Grabbed behind the line. It's Edwards. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. And that is no good. The lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Scanning the field, it's Quegman. Got a man, it's Broussard. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted, oh, what a play. He'll try to take it back. At the 20. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Running the red zone, it's Edwards. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Kansas State. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. That touchdown gives this team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. They make the stop, but the sweet throw catch is ready to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Wegman. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking for a gap. It's Connors. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Connors. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Try to barge their way in. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he's already put 1 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. Dead center perfect. Are forced to settle for 3. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and now will leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Johnson wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Edwards. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Bradley. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Bradley.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. Caught in the backfield, it's Edwards. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And now this team has fallen into a 3-game slide, and a season of promise has now had a lot of promises broken.
Yeah, this is a team that really needs to take a long, hard look in the mirror right now and make a decision. What are we going to be? What am I about? What am I willing to do at this point of the season to get this thing turned around? A lot of tough and real conversations are going to have to take place.
And this is when the coaches really make their money, right? How can I get my kids to focus when I know there's probably not a lot to play for down the